Hey everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and happy Star Wars Day, and happy Free Comic Book Day. I feel like that's kind of getting overshadowed a little bit. Oh, poor comic books. They need love too, you know. Anyways, so we got a brand new trailer for the Acolyte. We got Tales of the Empire. We got a whole lot of merchandise. Phantom Menace is in theaters. Lots of stuff happening this year, and that makes me feel good, because I feel like past years, not nearly as much has happened, and you know, it's always kind of disappointing when that happens. So this year, it feels really special. Of course, I saw Phantom Menace last night in theaters, and I did see a little, you know, the little advertised sneak peek of the Acolyte. I saw an extended scene of the fight scene between Trinity's character and the assassin girl. It's a really cool fight. I'm totally hyped for this show. And yeah, look, the last trailer that came out, for some reason, and I think it just, I don't know what happened. Somehow it went on the radar of the wrong people and somehow it like spread to this entire community online that like downvoted the hell out of it. And you know, the whole anti-woke thing happened. They're all like, it's woke, you know, Star Wars is dying. And it was really weird to me, because the last trailer of the Acolyte, like they give you lightsaber action, Jedi doing stuff, Force things. Like, this is everything that people were asking for, you know, like when they watch stuff like Andor and they're like, where's all the Jedi at? I'm like, well, here you go. And yet everyone's like calling it woke now, and it's ruined. And I don't know, it's, look, I know that that's the world we live in, that's the time we live in right now, and it really really sucks, because it feels like you can't enjoy things without like this noise, this like, it's like an idiot noise out there, you know. It's like a swarm of stupidity that's just surrounding everything in pop culture, and you can't just enjoy something without these flies, you know, just stinking up the place, and it really sucks. Anyways, we got a brand new trailer for the Acolyte. We're gonna check it out. I've noticed a lot more positive things about this trailer, so I don't know, maybe people just wanted to see some dark side users, I guess. Whatever. I have already watched this, so we're gonna watch it again, and I'm gonna like talk about it. So here we go.
Last night, a Jedi was murdered.
Okay, so we see it does seem to be the knife girl. Okay, knife assassin girl.
The Jedi justify their galactic dominance in the name of peace. But that peace is a lie.
This is the fight that we essentially saw an extended version
Jedi
of,
are
by the
being
way.
hunted.
Yeah, that guy's levitating. I just noticed. That's cool.
She was my student. I trained her. Let me be the one to bring her in.
Is she from some sort of, maybe not Night Sisters exactly, but some kind of Dathomirian witches?
Part of a larger
Or
plan.
Zabrax. I don't know.
Some sort of shift to tip the scales.
June 4th.
It's time to face the past.
Destiny is not decided for you by an anonymous force. If you want to pull the thread and change everything, then pull it.
Yeah, this guy kind of looks like a Knights of Ren, but with like a crazy smile on his face. It's fascinating. We're gonna get into all that. Okay. 2-episode, June 4th. Okay, so that's the trailer. Let's go ahead and let's let it play, and we'll go through this again. So here's the first thing, is that, you know, in all the trailers and everything we've known, like, so we have one girl who, she appears to be a Jedi assassin. She's got the knives. We see her getting in the fight with Trinity and everything. And we seem to be getting told that, okay, so she has managed to successfully kill at least some Jedi. I don't think she kills Trinity necessarily. She makes an attempt, but she doesn't look like she succeeds. But clearly some Jedi have died. Now, I feel like there's definitely, we're being misled, you know, like either, you know, there were kind of, some rumors out there. I'm just gonna say the rumor, here we go, there were some rumors of there being twins involved, that there's actually 2 girls and they're twins. So maybe what we're seeing half the time in these trailers is not actually the same person. Very interesting. So let's keep it going. I'm just saying, like, this person here with the knife and the lightsaber on the ground, this might be a misleading shot, you know, maybe this is not the person who killed that Jedi, but here we go. And of course, you know, we get High Republic Coruscant here. Now, Eckhart's Ladder on Twitter pointed this out, and it was really cool that the levels of Coruscant, at least some parts of it, are lower now, because remember, this is about 100 years beforehand. So Coruscant is a city, if you don't know, it's a city planet, and they are constantly building levels upon levels, and that's why, you know, if you've ever heard them mention, like, oh, we got to go down to 1313, like, that's how far down it goes. Like, it just keeps going down. So the actual surface of the planet is like, you know, you got to go thousands of miles down in order to get to the actual surface where there would actually be, you know, plant life, right? So that's Coruscant. It's just constantly being built on top of each other. So, like, that's why, for example, in Andor, which is, you know, one of the many cool things about Andor, you see what's his name go home to Coruscant, and he gets in an elevator, and they're just like constantly going down, down, down. You know, like, they live, you know, the poor people live way down there, and the richer people live on the surface where the sun is and the Jedi are, you know, and all the senators live on the surface in those high rises, you know. So, like, there's a lot of stuff there really cool about Coruscant. So seeing like a slightly lower level there, you can see the base of the Jedi Temple. That's pretty cool. And also, I don't know if this is true in canon, but it was true in Legends. There's actually a Sith temple below the Jedi Temple. They built the Jedi Temple on top in order to try and contain the dark sideness of the Sith temple. Anyways, here we go. So, of course, we see all the Jedi training, you know, using their little wooden sticks. Let's see. Now, these, I suppose these are just criminals that they've gotten in a jail somewhere. So she's talking to whoever this guy is. They're talking about the Jedi. Now, this almost looks like the Yavin base. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't it kind of like the structure of this wall here and the forest being right there? Like, it kind of looks like the Yavin temple there. Kind of interesting. And yeah, this is the fight that we saw the extended version of. That really cool. She like destroys the knives. Which, by the way, that fight was amazing. And Trinity there, she's, you know, she's still got it. Now, yeah, I did not notice. We've seen this shot before, but I never noticed, like, oh, this guy's floating. That's pretty cool. You know, we've seen some Jedi float before, mostly in the sequels. We see them like actually float like this. I don't know. He seems to be like in a really deep trance, and maybe this is the one Jedi she manages to successfully kill. I guess he's like so deep in a trance that he doesn't know that she's there, which is interesting. We'll have to see how the scene plays out, but yeah, it looks like that would be the one person she'd be able to actually kill, is the guy who's like... But, you know, obviously it cuts away before she manages to do anything. Here, let's rewind it. Yeah, so he's still in the trance. He has not moved a muscle, and she's like going for the death blow. But if you notice, she stops right there. So I imagine that, like, right as she's about to swing, it like you know, he uses the force to stop her, you know. So like, he doesn't even move. Maybe that's a thing. Like, she's so low level that, like, oh, this one doesn't even bother to move. He's just gonna stay floating there while she tries to kill him, which would be pretty cool. Now, this is interesting. So, okay, they released some character profiles back when the other trailer came out, and they talked about the person we'll see in a minute, but she's from an order of witches. That's all they said, witches. They didn't say Night Sisters, they didn't say Dathomir, but, you know, we know that that concept exists in Star Wars, so I guess it would be reasonable to say there are other sorts of witches, right? We know that there's many other Force users, especially if you have been reading any of the High Republic comics. You know, they go to, oh god, what's the planet from Rogue One? Jeddah. They go to Jeddah, and there are many Force users among them, right? So, like, this is just some group of witches, and it seems that the girl here, when this Jedi Master was younger, he recruited this girl from this group of witches, it looks like. So that's pretty cool, you know, like they even have bows kind of like the Dathomirian witches. So, you know, interesting like relation there. Like, I'm gonna recruit you and you're gonna come be a Jedi, and like, okay, these are, we even see Zabrak there, so I'm like, maybe there is a Dathomirian link there, you know, even though as we learned in Ahsoka, the Dathomirians come from a different universe entirely. So here they're fighting each other, right? Now, it does seem to be the same girl, but of course, like I said, there are rumors of twins, so maybe this is not her fighting the Jedi Master here. It's possible. Let's see. You know, really cool shots of planets. And of course, we have, oh, what is her name? Vernestra Rowe, I believe. She is, as far as we've been told, the only character from the books that is actually going to be here from the High Republic books. I would not be surprised if there's more, but you know, you're only going to really get anything out of that if you've read the books, so you know. And then of course we see the same group of witches doing some kind of ritual in the moonlight, so they're all moving their hands and stuff, so something's happening. And then we have a Jedi Padawan, like his eyes are starting to blacken, so like they definitely seem to be moving against the Jedi, like something is happening. Like the Jedi at one point had taken a pupil from them, even though we see like the Wookiee Jedi right there on the other side. So something's happening here, you know, like they're doing some kind of ritual, and I don't know, they're attacking this Padawan for some reason, you know, very fascinating. And we've seen this shot. Now we have a better idea of like, or at least, you know, we have a closer image of who this figure in the background is. As we see at the end of the trailer, we see this helmeted, you know, we'll get to that, but this helmeted figure, that's probably who this is. Now, I imagine what's going to end up happening is that the helmet comes off, and if the rumors are true, if all that's true, the helmet comes off, and it is going to be revealed to have the same face as the assassin girl, and it's going to be like, oh, that's the twin. There you go. Now, so that's possible, you know, hashtag spoiler alert, whatever. It's possible that that's what happens. It's possible that that's true, or, as I'm sure a lot of people out there are already like, it's Plagueis, it's Tinabor, it's, you know, it's, you know, name your Sith that was alive at that point, you know, like it's this person and that person. I'm gonna tell you right now, anyone who is like throwing those theories out there, it's fun to have fun, but how many times do we have to learn this lesson in Star Wars? Do not get married to your theories. You know what I mean? Merrick is not Star Killer, you know what I mean? Like we've been through this many times before. A helmeted figure or a mysterious figure, you know, like that clone assassin in Bad Batch was not Tech. Merrick was not Star Killer. This person here, don't hold your breath that this is going to be Plagueis or Tenebris. You know, and even the rumors of the twin thing might be wrong, so this could be someone completely different. Maybe it's not the twin, I don't know. My point is, you know, how many times do we gotta learn this lesson? You know, we're probably gonna have to learn it again, so here we go. Anyways, so mysterious figure, June 4th, pretty cool. Now they're going through this like icy part of space here. It looks like mini asteroids. It kind of reminds me of when Kylo had to go to Exegol and he's going through that weird like webbed nebula looking thing. You know, so maybe just some far off place. Now this is cool. It looks like some kind of weird dam thing. Bunch of Jedi being led somewhere. Now, I think another thing to keep in mind is to look at the haircuts, because if you look at the haircut here, the Jedi Master in the background, that seems to be the same one, he has short hair, which tells me that this is in the past. So even though we see Trinity's character here, this could be in the past, you know, so we could be like, you know, does Trinity actually survive that encounter with the assassin? She could die there, and that could be the present, and then, you know, like these other scenes where we see her in the trailer, you know what I mean, like these could just be flashbacks. So I don't know. Anyways, so here we go, we see her here, and then, so, you know, obvious connections to this witchy cult, right? Like she's got similar clothing on, similar colors of their cloaks and everything, the purple kind of beigey, you know, like, so obviously like similarities are happening here, which means, you know, do these witches have anything at all to do with the Sith? And that's kind of the confusing thing, right? Because we know that appears that they came from this place, and so maybe she leaves her Jedi Master and decides to come back, and then let's assume that the twin thing is true. So her sister is missing, and she's like, well, where's my sister? And she finds out her sister went from being a witch to being a Sith somehow, and that's the, you know, the figure we see on the island there. I don't know. And so, you know, like we see here, the witch is talking to someone with short hair. This might, again, be flashbacks to when they were younger. So I think that's the other thing. Is like, look at the haircuts in these trailers. Like, you know, okay, so she's got her at knife point. So is it part of some kind of like initiation that in order to become the apprentice of whoever the Sith is, that she has to kill a Jedi? And is it going to turn out to be her sister? Because of course here we get like our money shot of like, who is this? So whoever this is, this must be our Sith. Some people are saying that it's, you know, that it is maybe just the first Knight of Ren, which is possible, right? Like the helmet of it definitely just, it screams Knight of Ren, you know, like this. I told someone the other day that like it looks like you could literally take Kylo Ren's helmet from Rise of Skywalker, you could mod it a little bit, you know, like take out some chunks, put on like the smile part of it, you know, paint over some bits, and you kind of almost have Kylo Ren's helmet here. Like it's kind of shockingly close. So some people are saying maybe this is just the first Ren, and if you don't know, the Knights of Ren, they've established a lot of this in the comics, but like, you know, they were rumored to be this ancient group of essentially mercenary thugs that had the dark side, and you know, over the years there have been many different variations of them, and the ones we see in the movies are just like the current versions. They're not as strong as the Sith. They're just like an independent, separate group that, you know, Kylo Ren bested their leader and became the new leader of them, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, so we see. So this is like the best look we get as like a front look at this thing. So this is just a gnarly looking thing. I know people out there in the cosplay community, they are already like armoring this thing, you know, they're already like studying it, trying to figure out like what angle to make the smile, what does the visor actually look like. We only see like a little kind of a line there, it's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, really cool. I'm excited for this, you know. Here's my only thing, and you know, I kind of already went through this, but just, I know that Legends had some things about this, right? Like they had the Plagueis and the Tenebrous and all this stuff, and people are kind of expecting to see certain things. In canon right now, the only person that we know was before Palpatine was Plagueis, and that's because he, you know, he essentially in so many words says that he killed his master when he tells the whole Darth Plagueis the Wise story, right? So as far as canon is concerned, we don't know who the Master of Plagueis was, or if there were any competing things about Plagueis. We know that Bane, at some point, created the Rule of Two, because Yoda talks to his spirit, and we've had Bane mentioned. But a lot of the other stuff, like the Plagueis novel, it's not canon, you know, so Tenebrous and all this other stuff, they can change all of that, because, again, it's already not canon. It's been not canon for almost a decade now, so anyone who's like tightly holding on to that stuff and expecting to see certain things, you might want to loosen your grip a little bit, because you know, like this is one of those moments that we've relived so many times as Star Wars fans, where like people are so steadfast to things that have not been canon for almost a decade now, and then they get so disappointed when they don't show up, and I'm like, oh, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what you don't get about things not being canon. Like, that means that they can change things if they want, and chances are they will. So, you know what I mean? Like, don't set yourself up for that, because at a certain point, that's no one's fault but your own that you kept holding on to that thing, you know? So, anyways, that's all I got to say about that. There's rumors. The rumors could all be wrong. I don't actually know that. You know what I mean? People are coming up with rumors all the time, every day. So, but yeah, in any case, I'm excited for this. We're getting Jedi. We're getting dark side users. We're getting more witches. Really awesome. I still need to go watch Tales of the Empire. I haven't watched that yet. I'll probably do just like one big collective review instead of trying to do a review for every single one, because you know it takes time to edit and then upload things, you know, like, so I'll just probably just do one big overview of that whole thing. But yeah, look, if someone out there is still screaming that this show is woke and ruined, then I don't know what you want. Like, as a Star Wars fan, as someone who wants good Star Wars stuff, and you look at this and you're still complaining about things, I don't know what you want. You know what I mean? So I can't even imagine that the people at Lucasfilm somehow know what you want. Because if all you're gonna do is, if they release something that has lightsabers and lore and dark side and light side and witchcraft and everything that you could do, then you're still complaining. You know what I mean? Like, then what is it? You know, like, why are you here? I guess that's my bigger question. If you're still complaining about this show that has not released yet, and this trailer, which was really good, and somehow you're still not happy, I don't know. Why are you here? Go be a fan of, like, I don't know, Battlestar Galactica or something. Go. Just, you know, what do you want? Anyways, that's my rant. I'm really excited for this. It looks really good. It's gonna be cool. We're gonna see, you know, it looks like it's gonna be filled with lore and all the Easter eggs, and that's like what this show is, and that's gonna be really cool. So let me know what you guys think, and happy Star Wars Day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.